Most people tend to go with the flow. And go with the flow kind of people are the ones who end up being the most frustrated by how things are going with their life. But did you know it's because you're not supposed to just go with the flow. You're actually supposed to find your rhythm and march to the beat of your drum while flowing with others. See, if you don't have your own rhythm for productivity, if you don't have your own routines to go by, the life that you have is going to be really frustrating for you. And this is one of those secrets to success that not many people talk about. Let's talk about it. I'm Sensei Victoria Whitfield from strategicmeditation.com, and this is the first of 5 weekly love letters on chapter 6 of Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. This is how I love keeping in touch with you, all of my empathic, heart-centered, impact-driven entrepreneurs and leaders who are seeking to increase their energy so they can increase their income and impact. This is my love letter to you to encourage you first thing in the morning. Make sure, if you have not yet, if it's your first time visiting, hit that subscribe button on YouTube so that you get the notifications first every time a new one of these is released. Coming to you from the jacuzzi in the backyard of my mansion where I see clients. It's just the beginning of fall, so it's nice and fairly quiet, and it's a beautiful day out. I thought I'd give you lots of grounded energy as we talk about the main topic of this book, which is self-sabotage, how we get in our own way, right? And Napoleon Hill calls that the devil, the angel and the devil on our shoulder, right? The part of us that holds us back from our greatness and from being the best version of ourselves or getting the most out of life. And in chapter 6, the aspect of self-sabotage that he looks at with his interview with the devil on his shoulder, right? The angel and the devil and all of us, is what he calls hypnotic rhythm. And so hypnotic rhythm we want to understand as going with the flow. And the flow is not set by you. Maybe it's set by nature. Maybe it's set by your partner. Maybe it's set by your loved ones or your clients or your friends or society around you. But that sense of going with the flow and then falling into a routine of going with the flow, going along to get along, is not a secret to success. My spirit guides just said it's a secret to safety, but it's not a secret to success. And this week's message today in particular, Kyo Dakeba, as we say in Reiki, right? I'm a Reiki master. Just for today, you're not just called to be safe, but you're also challenged and called to be successful. And that involves putting yourself out there, rebooting the routine, rebooting the rhythm, hacking the flow that you've been just going and flowing with, and really questioning, is this mine? Because most people just tend to go with the flow, going along to get along. And this is not how we create success. This is how we create survival. And in chapter 6 of Outwitting the Devil, Secrets to Freedom and Success by Napoleon Hill, it's the sequel to Think and Grow Rich, if you didn't know that already, he tackles this topic, and he calls it the law of hypnotic rhythm. And I'm going to open this up and read you an excerpt. And again, this is an interview, a Q&A between Napoleon Hill and the devil on his shoulder. And we're all getting like that fly on the wall experience of like, okay, yeah, what does my inner saboteur want to educate me on? Like, how can I learn to be the best version of myself? With that, Napoleon asks, what is this mysterious law through which you take permanent control of people's bodies even before you take over their souls? The whole world will want to know more about this law and how it operates. The devil on his shoulder answers, it will be hard to describe the law so you'll understand it, but you may call it hypnotic rhythm. It's the same law through which people can be hypnotized. And so I'm going to forward to when he jump to the next page where he really goes in depth. There is a universal form of energy with which nature keeps a perfect balance between all matter and energy. She makes specialized use of this universal building material by breaking it up into different wavelengths. The breaking up process is carried on through habit. You will better understand what I'm trying to convey if I compare it with the method by which one learns to play music. At first, the notes are memorized in the mind, then they are related to one another through melody and rhythm. By repeating the melody and rhythm, they become fixed in the mind. And observe how relentlessly the musician must repeat a tune before he masters it. Through repetition, the musical notes blend, and then you have music. Any impulse of thought that the mind repeats over and over through habit forms an organized rhythm. Undesirable habits can be broken. They must be broken before they assume the proportions of rhythm. Rhythm is the last stage of habit. Any thought or physical movement which is repeated over and over through the principle of habit finally reaches the proportion of rhythm. Then the habit cannot be broken because nature takes over and it makes it permanent. It is something like a whirlpool in water. An object may keep floating indefinitely unless it is caught in a whirlpool. Then it is carried round and round, but it cannot escape. The energy with which people think may be compared with water in a river. Drifting is also the habit through which I take over the souls of people after they give up their physical bodies. And so Napoleon responds, like, the only way a human being can be saved from eternal annihilation is by maintaining control over his own mind while he's on earth. Is that true? And the devil on his shoulder responds, you've stated the truth perfectly. Those who control and use their minds escape my web, right, of hypnotic rhythm. I get all the others as naturally as the sun sets in the west. So finding your rhythm, it's natural to develop habits. That's what this part of the book is explaining. And he uses music as a really great metaphor to convey how order is constructed out of movement, right? Maybe you're just trying to get by, for example. And as you're just trying to get by, your first impulse in the morning when the alarm goes off is to hit the snooze button, right? Because you just want to be comfortable, you just want to get by. And then maybe your first impulse is to, let me check what's going on online. So you start to scroll while in bed. And then maybe, because you're just trying to be comfortable, just trying to get by, you'll have something sweet to drink first thing in the morning. And that shoots up your energy, right, with the coffee and the sweetness, but then it crashes. And because you're just trying to get by, then you're going to reach for another sweet thing. And around that routine goes of high, low, high, low, high, low, comfort, and just trying to get by. That high, low, high, low, high, low is its own rhythm. We have rhythm as human beings, just like in music. But the music that creates, the peace that creates, is a feeling of exhaustion and energy, and exhaustion and energy, and exhaustion and energy. The music, the peace that comes out of that rhythm, high, low, high, low, high, low, just trying to get by, is a sense of powerlessness and frustration and constantly chasing, right, the next level of comfort or the next aha moment that you might be able to generate for yourself scrolling, right? Because we're always researching how to be better, yes? Be kind to yourself. If that's the situation that you find yourself in, that rhythm is based off of your impulse and the need, the desire to just get by or to just deal. It's not intentional. If you were to set a rhythm, right? Maybe if you wanted to care for your blood sugar, the way that you wake up first thing in the morning would be different, right? Maybe when you wake up, sure, you just might still hit the snooze on your alarm clock, but the first thing that you do up out of bed is put your feet into the running shoes, walking shoes, and get outside. Bottle of water in hand to harness your energy, right? And then instead of having a sugary thing, maybe having a more protein thing upon waking. It's up to you. I'm not telling you or giving any kinds of dietary advice, but that rhythm will create a different piece of music, a different output. When we set our habits, we get results based off of the habits that we set. But if we don't set our habits, we still get results, but it's the results that we don't want. If you have a certain result, a certain body type, a certain income, a certain level of love and connection, rather than looking around for others to blame, the question is, okay, what's the pattern in me that's creating this situation? And today in particular, we want to look at that pattern being your pattern of behavior. What's the routine? What's the rhythm that you are observing? Have you set it intentionally? Is it time to reset your routine and your rhythm, right? How you go about your day to be the best version of yourself, whatever that means for you, whatever that means for you, right? Comment below what's coming up for you hearing all this, right? With that, let's take a look at the card of the day. Tarot, 6 of Earth as an affirmation. So 6 in numerology has to do with expansion, progression, moving forward, growth. Earth has to do with resources. For short, we could say money, but Earth, I like to think holistically of time, money, energy, space, and relationships, all of those energy resources that we manage as individuals. So there's an expansion or a progression, a growth of resources on the table for you today. That's what this card is saying. Card's right side up. That means you already know this. You just need to be reminded. It says gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan or paying off debts. And I'll read you. It says abundance is on the way. The universe loves a grateful heart and rewards gratitude with more abundance. You may be the recipient of this bounty, or you may be the giver. Gifts may be monetary or take some other form, such as an opportunity, advice, and so on. New career opportunities present themselves involving those who can be relied upon to be fair and responsible. Promotions, bonuses, and financial rewards are all possible at this time. Additional meanings of this card: profit sharing, receiving a loan, paying off debts, celebration of a job well done. My spirit guides just said that this card is coming forward to say, are your habits, is your routine supportive of your growth and collecting the abundance you've acquired? Are you allowing yourself time to make good on the promises that you've made? Or do you just keep making promises? Are you allowing yourself time to organize and integrate and digest and process all of the good that's come in? Or are you constantly coming up with new things, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next? That's your rhythm. Keep going forward. Not finding a rhythm of like, okay, acquire good and ooh, receive good, digest it. Okay, acquire good, ooh, digest it, receive it, right? Having a different rhythm during this season of your life is essential because you're going through an expansion. There are good things coming to you. There's progress being made, but the old rhythm or other people's rhythms, right, of work hard and sleep when you're dead, right, or rush, 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 hurry, 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 hurry up, needed it yesterday. If you're moving at other people's pace and other people's rhythms, be kind to yourself. If you're then frustrated with the result, like your quality of life that you're producing with the wrong rhythm, with the wrong routine, is actually something that you can change. You can shift the quality of your output by shifting and changing your routine, your rhythm. And this is such a powerful conversation to be had. It's only the tip of the iceberg. With that, I really want to ground us into something that can help to reset your rhythm from the inside out. And that's the strategic meditation of the day. As you well know, if you've been following my work for a while, or if it's your first time, at bevisionarymovement.com is my app, right? I have an online platform full of hundreds upon hundreds of visualizations for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, right? And this is to support you from the inside out, being the best version of yourself, raising your energy so that you can increase your income and impact in a strategic way, using meditation in a certain way as a series of visualizations. And this is, so at the filming of this video, it's September 2025. And so we're doing the daily meditation tracker, which will be pinned to the top of the app when you log in. If you go to bevisionarymovement.com, BE, by the way, is how it's spelled, all smushed together. You can do a 7-day free trial if you want to follow along and do the meditation of the day. Today's, you're going to type in the search bar at the top, Healing Body, Mind, and Biz Drum. Biz is spelled B-I-Z. Healing Body, Mind, and Biz Drum. And that's going to be a 14-minute meditation. I think that is the, I think it's the unguided section of the drum visualizations. Healing Body, Mind, and Biz. And the reason why we're going to be doing this strategic meditation is to help you heal your relationship with your unique routine, your unique inner rhythm that generates the goals and dreams and desires that you uniquely have, rather than forcing yourself or unconsciously going with the flow of others' rhythm. So if you made it to the end of this video, make sure you hit that like button, tell YouTube that this was valuable enough for you to stick around to the end. And while you're at it, hit the share button, share it on your favorite social media platform so that more of our sisters and brothers in life and business can learn to find their own rhythm. Mwah. Sensei Victoria Whitfield from strategicmeditation.com. Remember, you do not have to lose your glow as you grow in life and business. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.